SOT drama, Rare took a YouTuber's account down. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Didn't that happen a little while ago? Cause he was ban evading and like still putting up SOT content, and they didn't even want him playing the game. So it was like, is it still fair use at that point? I don't really know how that works. Something like that, right? Or is there something different? Rare has gone too far this time. The Sea of Thieves Iceberg. Is that what it is? Noobface? Ah. 30 minutes!
Has had both of his YouTube channels permanently removed after Rare abused the copyright system to strike down multiple of his videos. This is just the very tip of the iceberg when it comes to Rare's long history of favoritism and neglect. Everything is timestamped in the description if you want to skip subjects you already know about, because this is going to be a long video. Now, let's talk about Theb. Theb wasn't banned in this original ban wave, but he got banned later, which I'll let him explain why.
I was originally banned from Sea of Thieves in August of 2020. I was 15 years old at the time. The previous night, I had stream sniped someone in Arena on an alt account after a petty argument in their Twitch chat. The account was named Rocco22 Get Banned, which was relevant to other streamer drama at the time. I was told that I was banned for advertising cheat programs, stream sniping, and showing extremely toxic behavior, and that there.
Bro, you're a stream sniper, dude. You can still bring it back though. That's just SWS. It's just the first phase of the condition. You know what I'm saying? You just got to bring it back before it turns into SBS, which is fatal. Okay, so we just got to cut that.
There was nothing they could do to help me with my ban. To explain the advertising cheat programs, at the time I was being accusated fairly often in arena games, so I thought it would be funny to bait people even harder by putting a fake Sea of Thieves cheats link in my bio that would instead direct them to a Minecraft cheat client if they were curious enough to click it. Rare took this the wrong way and assumed it was real, which I can understand.
Wait, it did what? It directed them to a Minecraft cheat client? So it was real, but it was not real? So instead of linking some cheats, you linked other cheats? I'm gonna do this.
The stream sniping part of the ban was definitely legitimate. I had little understanding at the time of how serious stream sniping was in gaming. If I found a streamer in game, I would bring up their stream just to hear them rage while being killed. I didn't think that I was gaining any advantage by doing this because of stream delay, and thought that it didn't matter if I already...
He didn't think he was gaining any advantage by doing this because of stream delay. You know what's funny? I don't hold it against him, but there's probably a ton of people that think just like that, who were stream sniping, you know, at a young age for the same reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not that big of a deal.
Greatly out. True. I now
Wait, hold on.
I didn't think that I was gaining any advantage by doing this because of stream delay, and thought that it didn't matter if I already greatly outskilled the streamer, as I was going to win the fight anyway.
Come on, bro. You gonna stream snipe a guy that you know you're gonna shit on?
Since becoming a streamer myself and dealing...
Not the biggest fan so far. But I'm still
with the same issue. I now understand how irritating and unfair it can be, and I apologize to anyone who had to deal with this from me. For the extremely toxic behavior, I would have to assume that it would have mostly come from spawn camping, sinking people, or the streamer encounters. I definitely did shit talk on occasion, but nothing deserving of a permanent ban or the label extreme toxicity. I never threatened to harm anyone in real life, said slurs, or anything like that.
Let's talk about what a permanent ban or a red beard actually means in Sea of Thieves. In a game like Valorant, for example, if you somehow find yourself with a permaban, the punishment is losing your account. All of your progress and money spent down the drain. That alone will make people learn their lesson. That's not the case with Sea of Thieves. You don't just lose your account, you are completely banished from the game forever, with no chance of restoring your honor, regardless of if your ban was justified or not. If you make a new account, they will ban you again for ban evasion. You are gone for good. Very rarely have people been able to appeal. Usually they just get told the decision is final and they won't even tell you why you got banned. Sometimes they will even block you from making support tickets, so you just can't do anything. Now, some people will argue that this is a good thing. Don't let the toxic players come back. The problem is, what exactly is considered toxic? In this game, you can get permanently banned for toxicity without ever using voice or text chat. After the Rocco situation, simply killing somebody on their boat too many times can be considered toxic and get you banned.
No,
could you imagine something like that happening in any other game?
That's not true.
The closest thing I can compare it to is getting banned from a roleplay server in a game like Rust or GTA because you killed someone unprovoked. Imagine getting permanently banned from the entire video game for that.
No. Not just for that.
If you've seen any of my videos, you know I like to invade alliance servers. If you don't know what an alliance server is, I will explain. In Sea of Thieves, there are 6 ships per server. When you run into another ship, you can choose to form an alliance with them. This will make it so that anything you sell will give the players in your alliance half the gold, but you still get 100% of it. If you manage to make an alliance with every...
There's no way. You'd have to show me proof before I believe it, okay? I'll say it. I'm not saying I wouldn't believe it if proof came out, obviously, but there's no way that I'm just going to take a willy-nilly this happened without proof. Oh, no comms. Trust me, bro. All I did was farm their ship. Like, nah, no way. You're crazy. Because I myself have done that a million times. Farm someone's ship, killed them 100 times. Their arena back in the day, that was how you farmed points, was farming their ship, killing them 100 times. In fact, repairing their ship so that you can hit them more. So that's just cap. There's definitely other reasons behind, and I would have to see video proof or some sort of proof that would showcase that people are getting banned with no comms at all, killing people on their ship over and over again.
Everyone is selling while still getting full price for everything you sell, basically creating an infinite money farm. Now, if this happens organically in a server, it's pretty cool. But there are Discord servers that take advantage of this system to create never-ending money farms that run all day, every day. The bigger servers will just get tons of people in the same voice channel, turn on a VPN, and server hop together until they all get on the same server. But the smaller, close-knit communities will instead just sail around to every boat, convince someone on the crew to invite them, and if they don't accept, they will just spawn camp them until they leave and a new boat can spawn. Eventually, they will get every boat on the server one way or another.
They will stomp a ship out until they leave the mother game and get on their ship. You feel me? They don't talk about all that stuff though.
Now the biggest alliance servers like Requiem, Ashen Alliance, or Athena's Vanguard will actually charge money to basically get a fast pass on their server, meaning you will get on a boat before everyone else. Requiem no longer shows how much they make, but at one point they had over 1,200 supporters. Considering you need to pay $5 a month for the fast pass, they were making over $70,000 a year just from exploiting the alliance system. Who knows how much they're making? This is basically the Sea of Thieves equivalent of a paid boosting service that would get you banned in pretty much any other game. But according to Rare, it's just a niche thing that they don't have to worry about.
My perspective on it is that we watch it, we see how commonplace it is. I think if it ever reached a point where it became really widespread, I think for the health of the community, we would step in. But it still feels like a very niche thing.
Anyway, back in 2020, I raided a lot of Alliance servers, to the point where the owners of the servers would have their members spam report me. Nothing ever came of it though. I never got any warning, temporary ban, or anything. One admin even claimed he would make it his hobby to get me banned from the game. So just to be safe, I made a support ticket to Rare explaining the situation and asking if what I was doing is wrong, and I got this response. So I figured I was good to keep invading the Alliance servers. I wasn't technically breaking any rules, but nowadays we realize that they just make up the rules along the way.
Nah, there's no way.
One day, Requiem decided to host a special Alliance server for their supporters where they were going to try and beat the world record for most amount of loot stacked on an island. This was the ultimate pay-to-win server, and I had to invade it. So I paid for the...
Couldn't they have chose, like, if you're going to shit on an island that badly, would you want to choose Daggertooth, which is already kind of shit on? You know, like the FPS is already bad there.
Supporter role just to make sure I could get in. Unfortunately, by the time a spot opened, it was too late because they already sold most of the loot. However, a few months later, I got the news that there was going to be another World Record Alliance server. But this time, it wasn't from one of the typical Alliance servers. It was a smaller Discord community run by a Sea of Thieves partner named White. As soon as I heard about this, I joined their Discord. While they were stacking loot, I went through the sidebar of the Discord, adding every single person with a linked Xbox account as a friend. Then I would message them something like, invite me or add me back. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be that easy to get into the server, so I had an idea. I looked for the first name I saw that had an L or an I in it, and I changed my Xbox username to match it, but swapping out the letters. Then, I once again tried messaging everyone, and finally one sent me an invite. I ended up getting locked in the brig right away, but two of the guys had been playing for 24 hours straight and just left the game because they didn't want to deal with it. Unfortunately for them, that allowed me to infiltrate the server, and the rest is history. Now, here's the thing. A few members of this alliance were live streaming, but they ended the stream before I started syncing them. So before my video released, nobody knew that they had lost all of their loot. They didn't want anyone to know about it. So one of them started threatening my friends, telling them to convince me to remove my video or they would get me and everyone I play with banned. Basically, they wanted to blackmail me into deleting any evidence of their fumble. Sure enough, I opened my game to see a Redbeard, my very first permanent ban from Sea of Thieves. When I went to the forums, the only thing I saw was, "You have been banned for extreme toxicity." Now, I have no clue what could have been considered extremely toxic, so I made a ticket, and surprisingly, they responded and told me this. So I'm going to go over each point. Stream sniping. Like I said before, none of them were even live streaming while I was fighting them. I couldn't have gained any information to help me sync them if they were not live. Not that it would have mattered anyway, because as seen in the video, they were more focused on Red seeing the loot than fighting me. Which is funny because a common complaint in the comments of that video was that I despawned the loot, when they were also trying to despawn the loot. And in the words of White himself, they didn't care about the loot anyway.
Yes, this was a server alliance. We didn't do this for the loot as such. We did it for the number of loot, for the content. I think we got a fair bit out of it.
Now for the second point, using fake accounts to infiltrate discords and game invites. You know what? I'll just let Summit respond to this one.
You think I'm scared to comment that I went outside of the game into the Discord world to find out their server info? Motherfucker, you don't talk about how they get those servers going in the first place on Discord through harassment themselves. And then they sit on their servers where it's supposed to be a give and take experience. Pirates and that take and pirates that find. And it's a big circle of we need each other. But they sit in their circle jerk farms avoiding all aspects of fear just to get all the same stuff that you get, by the way. The gold farm, they get it way faster, way easier, without fear of anything. And that's not how the game should be played. And we thought like that, right? That's not how the game should be played. They took it to Discord. So you did too. We use streamer benefits a little bit to find out those Discords to infiltrate. Now, we infiltrated the Discord and the game, which I find to be one and the damn same, because if you're using it, I can use it. You feel me? And if you're hiding on your island, I can find that island. And we did. And you bet your ass we caused some shit, but we didn't verbally abuse anyone. The best case scenario was we steal an Athena and then we start crapping on the whole server. But the methods he was using split the community in half. No, I didn't. I was stopping some abusers from abusing the game, okay? That wasn't a community. Yeah, I don't think, if, like I said, I still think like this. If they're using Discord, you can use Discord. You know what I'm saying? If they're gathering people together, there's no reason you can't get that info. You know what I'm saying? Little thing, you know what I mean? Some argued that the streamer was simply reintroducing PvP back into these servers through metagaming, while others were critical of the ways in which Summit uses audience influence outside the game to infiltrate these servers, comparing it to unpopular practice of stream sniping. Well, no, it's funny how one is okay, all right, but somehow this one instance that I do it, it's not. You're telling me I've been getting stream sniped for 10 years, right? For me to do it on one video game back, and everybody, you're gonna bitch fit about that? Come on, come on! It's not even stream sniping either. It's not even close. Hired motherfuckers, okay, no money involved or anything. I got motherfuckers to actively speak on my Discord about getting into other Discords, okay? And I thought it was genius, okay? I don't see what the problem is. If they're doing it, I can do it. You feel me? It wasn't like anyone was getting doxxed. Yeah, you shouldn't get banned for that. I was finding this motherfucker's address, and I rolled up into his window with some binoculars to find out when he was connecting to servers. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can steal an Athena chest. I didn't like go above and beyond any more than they did to make the Alliance servers. So we went the same way to disrupt them. Dude, if you ask them about those times, oh, it was the worst time ever. Summit's the worst guy. It was awful. You done yet? We get it.
Get a instant metagaming is bannable, then why is Summit able to get away with it while I get a instant permaban? Then there's the final point. Deliberately targeting other players with the sole purpose of being toxic and abusive on your Noobface account. Now, first of all, I never targeted any specific player. I targeted the Alliance servers as a whole, which was never a problem before. And if it was a problem, why did I never receive any sort of warning or temporary ban before? Yeah, Second of all, what did I do that is considered toxic and abusive? To this day, I have never got specifics. I even asked the guy who tried to blackmail me, and the only evidence he had of me being toxic was saying rip 24 hours of work. Maybe they were mad that I sunk the loot, which once again, they did too, and that's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
My guess is that this was just the straw that broke the camel's back after countless reports from Alliance members and other angry crews that we ran into that year. Which, once again, I was worried about that happening, and that's why I contacted support beforehand. And I still don't get why I never got a temp ban or a warning before they decided to banish me.
Not to mention, are we not talking about how he went into this server? Did he do it alone? Did he bring a team into there? If he did, he did that shit alone. Well, goddamn.
Forever. But the thing that confused me the most about this message was them saying on your Noobface account, because I've never had an account with Noobface in the name. Was someone else being toxic with Noobface in their name and I got blamed for it? Because it wouldn't be the first time that happened. Or maybe they were talking about my YouTube channel. Now, here's the funny thing about that. Before I got banned, I applied for the SOT partner program. 3 months after my ban, I got accepted into the partner program. They said, having seen the content you've created, we would love to have you join the ranks of the Sea of Thieves partners. So if my content was worthy of the Sea of Thieves partner program, why did I get banned for it? It seems that the higher ups didn't even realize I was banned. But here's the thing about Rare. They are stubborn and they refuse to go back on a decision. So they ghosted me after that and kept me banned. I tried to appeal countless times only to get told the decision is final and then blocked from the support page. It has been 4 years since then, and just like Theb, I continue to get banned over and over for ban evasion. But honestly, it never really mattered. Whether you're on a fresh account or your main account, you still have access to the same weapons as...
I won't say it's just like Theb. I think his is a little bit more like black and white than Theb's. Theb's has a little bit of gray area, right?
Everyone else. As long as we were free to make content, it didn't matter that we kept getting banned. That is, until Theb's entire channel got taken down. But before we touch more on that, we've got a whole lot more to talk about.
Kneel down, no skill cutlass user. Okay, strat. Here's the part.
Like your little sister did.
Shut up, you coward.
Suck my.
Oh.
Whoa.
You're just a bunch of little wall banging. It is.
Oh.
Now, the person raging in that clip was LD Silver, a current Sea of Thieves partner. Now, you're probably thinking, who cares? That was 4 years ago. You know what else was 4 years ago? No, I'm not going to sit on my high horse and pretend like LD is a bad person for this. The only point I'm trying to make here is that it's ridiculous that a SAW partner can get away with extreme toxicity scot-free, but players like Theb and myself are still suffering the consequences for some bullshit from 4 years ago.
Bro. Fuck it. Keep them alive. I want to slay these idiots now. The pirate code.
Hey, I stand behind that too. Sometimes you got to throw the pirate code out the window. It doesn't mean I do it all the time.
How long did you have to run for, huh? How many times you got to...
Listen, this was the early days of Sea of Thieves. I don't play like that anymore. But he probably, you know, these guys probably don't play like they did 4 years ago either.
Hit the wheel all the way left or all the way right. Every time you hear a cannon shot, your driver's like, hard...
I was frustrated.
Left, hard right. And I'm pissed about it, you blunderbussing piece of shit.
Yeah, I probably should have gotten in trouble for something like that. I think that's fine. No, it's not.
Man, oh, I'm so triggered. Jesus,
it's not
man,
fine.
How long do you want to run for to save your goddamn chicken?
Why are we acting like that's extreme toxicity? I'm just talking some shit while I'm slaying, dude. That's complete normal levels of toxicity on any other video game. Listen, guys, we can't all pretend we're Care Bears at every step of the way. Stop acting like you haven't said anything bad in a video game and acting like we're the saints of the video game world. We all need to band together in this pirate game and be a good-ass community. Give me a break, bro. Yeah, I'm here to shit on you guys and take your stuff.
He's supposed to say these things on the YouTube, all right? Not all of us are sitting there being good in sports about every little thing that happens in life, especially on a video games of pirates, man.
Now let's talk about spawn camping for a second.
Kind of iffy on that.
Like I said before, players have been banned for simply killing people in the pirate game too many times. Now honestly, if I hadn't been banned back in 2020, I probably would have been banned for spawn camping later. Because when you run into people like this, how can you resist?
Your mom's a fat.
I mean, yeah, then you start spawn camping the out of them. I do the same thing.
Hey, do me a favor. Wrist.
I'm gonna find out where you live, and I'm gonna firebomb your basements where you fucking troll ass hang out.
Yourselves, you stupid
bro. None of you have sex at all.
You are so upset.
None of you have sex at all is quite an insult.
I reported those last guys, and they only received a temporary ban, by the way. Whether you like it or not, spawn camping is part of the game, and it always has been. That's why there's an option to scuttle, and it even tells you when you're on the ferry that you can scuttle.
It's a big result of the freedom that we give players and how these mechanics work in our shared world. So our solution for launch was the scuttle mechanic.
Sometimes there's even strategy to it, like getting points back in the arena days or getting supplies before barrels would float up.
Yo, these guys got a lot of food, by the way. I've been sitting on this sloop for a while. You want me to anchor it? I got you. Dude, they have cooked fish. Yo, I gotta save this ship. You guys gotta get over here.
Okay. All right, we gotta take it.
Wait, I was literally saving someone else's ship while playing with the devs.
Yeah, you gotta farm these. We gotta farm these guys real quick, just real fast.
But even today, with the ship spawns being so screwed up, sometimes you gotta spawn camp someone so they don't come back for the 100th time. Anyone who knows how to shoot straight has done it before, but if you spawn camp the wrong person, you might get a ban for it. Unless you're a Sea of Thieves partner, of course.
Give them an opportunity.
I don't agree with his ban. Thebs has more gray area, but this guy's
dude, that's ridiculous. Don't give him any more screen time, guys.
Now, spawn camping isn't the only stupid reason people get banned. Let's look at a few others. Cool. Back in 2020, a player named Logic got banned because someone impersonated him and started cheating and being toxic. Rare was too incompetent to realize that it wasn't the same player, so they permanently banned him. He is still banned to this day, but the person cheating with a similar username is not. In the 4 years since then, the Sea of Thieves support team has not gotten any better, because just a couple weeks ago, this happened again to a player named Rui Holt. But don't worry, there's more. One of my friends got permanently banned for ban evasion when he had never been banned before and did not even have a second account. Luckily, he got unbanned later, but another one of my friends wasn't so lucky, because he got a temporary ban for toxicity without even realizing it, since he was never sent an email or anything. Then he logged into Insider to get his daily rewards, so they counted that as evading his ban and permanently banned him for ban evasion. When he tries to keep playing on new accounts, they ban those too. He's a super active player who has reached double gold curse on 2 different accounts, and he's permanently banished from the game for literally nothing. And this is just one bullshit ban on a long list of many. Back in 2022, Rare infiltrated a Discord server owned by a guy who ended up becoming pretty notorious in the SAW community, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, he's a banned player and Rare didn't like him very much. But he also owned a Discord server with over 1,000 members in it that people used to organize TDMs. One day, a ton of people from this Discord server got permanently banned from Sea of Thieves. When they asked why, they were told it was because they were associated with the owner of the Discord. Some of them didn't even play with the guy. They were just in his Discord like everyone else to play in TDMs, and they got banned for nothing. Now, some of them got banned for arguably legitimate reasons, so many because they said some offensive things in the Discord. Now, obviously, that's bad, but it was outside of the game and outside of any Discord server owned by Rare. Yet they got banned from Sea of Thieves for it. Whether or not Rare should ban people for things said outside of the game, I'll let you decide, but I want you to keep that in mind. Rare's support page is pretty much just a decoration at this point because they aren't helpful in the slightest. Countless other people have been banned for toxicity with no real reasons or examples given. Because according to Rare, their decision is final and they don't have to tell you anything. They pretty much just do whatever they want, including threatening a kid with his mother's full name because they were annoyed that he was making too many tickets.
I mean, technically, he could have been too.
Cheating has been a problem in Sea of Thieves for a very long time. But most people didn't really care to develop cheats on this game because it wasn't very competitive. That is, until Hourglass came out. That's when the cheating epidemic really started. For over 5 years, Sea of Thieves had no anti-cheat at all. Finally, they added one, but a few months later, and we're back to where we started because they found a way around it. Cheaters have made Hourglass completely unplayable on some days. They can do all sorts of things like teleport kegs to your boat or go completely invisible and sword you to death. Some of these cheaters have even live streamed themselves on the front page of the Sea of Thieves section for hours at a time, going on massive streaks and terrorizing the servers. Their channels didn't get taken down until it was too late and hundreds of boats had already been sunk by them. Some of these cheaters even managed to climb to the very top of the emissary leaderboards and did not get banned until much later. Meanwhile, they can ban Theb 3 times in one stream for simply existing. In one of these streams, Theb was fighting the same cheater who has stream sniped and harassed him on multiple occasions. While he was fighting him, they banned Theb, but not the cheater.
There's a looting.
No way you don't ban both of them at least.
Oh, he's like flying or something. Oh wait, they actually subbed the new account in Salt Colonel V4.
Oh yeah, that guy was in my chat before.
Oh.
He was telling me that Athenaware full doesn't work, only Athenaware light. And
Did
I was like,
Rare seriously just do that?
Did you just get banned?
Are you serious, Rare?
Dude, it's literally...
Look at yourselves.
That is crazy.
This is the same thing as last year. They spend more time banning
There
you
is
than
no
the cheaters.
way.
Remember earlier when I said that the original ban wave was just for damage control and they didn't actually care about their content creators getting harassed? Well, Theb has been relentlessly targeted by cheaters for years, who have not only stream sniped him, but they've doxed him and spammed his information in-game. One of these freaks even sent Theb a video of him holding an iPad with his entire dox on it, and then he started rubbing his feet on the iPad. I shit you not. Now, this doesn't just happen to Theb. There's another streamer called Gecko Guild who has been the target of non-stop harassment from these same types of players. They tried to get help from Rare to make it stop, but they've done it to me before too. Problems until they reach the mainstream. Then they do damage control instead of just preventing the problem from happening in the first place. Theb made a YouTube video out of his VOD from fighting the cheater, exposing Rare for their petty vendetta against him. So they decided to take it 10 steps further and copyright strike 12 of his videos, which led to his entire YouTube channel being permanently deleted. And now here we are. There are tons of videos on YouTube of people full on cheating in this game, yet they decided that Theb's channel needed to go first, when he has probably brought more people to Sea of Thieves than most of the SAW partners combined. Now, this whole situation got a lot of attention on Twitter, and any Sea of Thieves related post would have a ton of replies of people calling out Rare and showing support for Theb. So instead of addressing the situation, they doubled down and mass blocked hundreds of people on the same day. They didn't just block us from one account though, they blocked us from every Rare related account and even the accounts of community managers. There's a good chance they just used a bot to do this. So that's why I'm making this video. They can't ignore us forever. There's a chance Rare comes after my channel next after this video, so this could potentially be my last. Although I will fight it in court until I go bankrupt before I let this shady ass company take away a hobby I've had for most of my life.
I mean, it doesn't look like Theb's and Noobface's situations are different. Like, Noobface should have no issues, right? Realistically, he shouldn't, even though he does, right? And Theb's different because he was banned for real reasons, right? And then continued to play, so they can always say that it's actual ban evasion. But with Noobface, he wasn't banned for real reasons, right? He was banned for kind of shit reasons. Damn, man, that's sheesh. At the beginning of that video, I was kind of like, and then as the video continued, it was kind of like I was agreeing with most of the things that are being said and things that I didn't know that were happening. And I know that cheating is a huge problem in Sea of Thieves. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a giganto problem in Sea of Thieves, and that whole thing where people like doxing and shit like that, absolutely real. It's happened to me too. Yeah, it's the dark side of that. The dark side of that community is real shady. Well, man, hey, good luck. Hope it goes well. It's not really any pull that I have here, chat, that I can really do anything or like send messages around, any of that stuff. I just hope everything goes well for you guys. Turns out better. It sucks when you really love a game and you get banned from it like that for doing things when you were a kid, you know what I mean? You know, you're young, you do stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even like holding it against that. Noobface, right? Got banned for kind of stupid reasons, right? But reasons that I'm guilty for as well, right? As he showed in the video, like, I'm pretty toxic. Yeah, Noobface, good luck, brother. I'm so sorry that you gotta deal with that shit, brother. It's so weird seeing videos of myself from that long ago and me having like the same thought process still. Good times on Sea of Thieves. Still a great game, man. I still to this day think Sea of Thieves is a great game. It's unfortunate though that the devs are a little too hands-on with that type of stuff, bro.